Today we'll be continuing the 7 Days to Die. This time, we're working on that new base I keep talking about. Hopefully all goes well. I already have all the materials set up at the location to build it with. Got some old diagrams written down for how I want it to look. Before we go, we'll take one last little look over at the old base. Various testing grounds I did. All the farms, power station. Huh, it's got broken through at some point. There used to be some wool fence covering that. Interesting to note, the bulletproof glass actually blocks light from reaching the solar panels. Only certain like semi-transparent blocks can actually transmit light through them. Since I don't plan on doing another Horde Night here, all this damage is going to remain. I have to make a new land claim block when I'm done. This was the main room. Have some of the blocks, aesthetic blocks I was testing earlier for the new base. Nice upstairs. Considering using doors as an outer wall, since you can see through them without zombies being able to see you back. And a nice little overview location. Right, off to the location we go. Gas you up. Yeah, again, the new location is going to be nice and central to the map. Make it easier to travel to specific locations. Currently at sort of the northwestern corner. The new location is on a nice flat piece of land. Only mining I might do is to the nearby questing location. Maybe blast through those mountains you see. Make a nice ground path. So I don't have to use the gyrocopter everywhere I go. As much as I like the gyrocopter. But yeah, we'll be setting up right in front of this trader. Facing the hill. Got some of these markers down for where I'm going to put everything. Yeah, so it's going to be sloped on the outsides. Oh, hey there. But yeah, slopes along the outsides. Everything in front here is going to be a pit. Going to go down like 6-ish blocks. I've pretty much got this all measured out, so it'll be as compact as possible. Won't have any unnecessary space usage. Yeah, it's gonna go up, I guess technically this is a story, but the entrance will be on the second story here. This will just be like a little basement area. Then there'll be an aesthetic room above that, and above that it's gonna be farms. Actually, I want trees on the roof. Maybe make a nice glass dome. Up to see how we go about that. Alright, this is all the non-building blocks. There you go. Wet concrete. probably the simplest building option. Actually, to make this a little bit easier on myself, we'll grab these guys. This into the, where is it? Wedge tip. And the other one we'll just leave as a regular block. There. There. And should be right on. Yeah. Haven't touched this stuff in a while, but yeah, it should all be accurate. Now change position. There we go. Just gonna go all around the outside. Like so. One line at a time. And everything past this point is considered the area for the trader, so it's indestructible, can't pick up the rocks or anything in here. Fun fact though, it is possible to break like a block, like like if I broke a block like right on the edge, if the debris fell into the trader area, it can create a pile there, which the pile then would become indestructible. So if you really wanted to, you could make a sort of wall. Really, if the best idea, if you wanted to have a base that zombies could never enter, would just be to build a trench around the trader, and then just sort of have your base like hang off the side of the trench. Since the zombies wouldn't be able to damage maybe the outer walls of the trader area. Nope. Yeah. All fell down. Fortunately, didn't leave a pile for me to clean up. I gotta start at the other end so it remains supported when I get to the center. Come on. Weird that's not showing up. Haven't had this issue before. Okay. And technically, once these ramps were built up, that's enough to keep... Oh, hey, Chris. How's it going? Just working on my 7 days base. There we go. That around. Up top. Technically, once all these ramps are built up, that'll be enough to keep the zombies out. Yeah, just started on it. Got some notes written. Yeah, sort of been just like on my free time, like writing down like concepts for little things to add to it. Should be nice and compact and pretty. And much more efficient than the other base. Getting tired of repairing all the little damages that the spitters were doing. Yeah, the slopes will eventually be made out of steel. So I shouldn't have any issues with the explosions. The only things that would deal any explosion damage are the demolishers. That would require them to suicide into the walls, which they only They only suicide if I deal damage to like their torso area. Sets off their bomb, however that's supposed to work. You can like still shoot out their legs or their head, and they'll be fine. The other explosion damage would be just me throwing pipe bombs, but that will only be happening at the front of the base in the pit I'm going to be working on, and that's going to be like a really minimal amount of explosion damage, because pipe bombs do very little damage to blocks, but a good amount of damage to entities. Yeah, it's going to be set up to where the spitters won't be able to see me while I'm throwing down the bombs, but I'll be able to see them, which will prevent them from actually spitting at me. So they need a line of sight to do so. The only zombies that spit were the big fat cop guys, and then the birds. The birds, I'm gonna have turrets set up, both on the lower level and the upper level. Lower ones to deal with any ground zombies, which I'll turn those off during the actual Horde Night, and then the ones on top will be left on just to deal with birds. The way I'm gonna be building it, like the birds won't ever actually be able to like be at line of sight with me. They'll always be like too far up in the air. I'm gonna dig down here. I might increase the size of the pit or change the way it's shaped, since I haven't tested in this kind of way before, but there will be like an underneath like maintenance area like I had on the other one. So that turned out to be really useful. Just being able to fix blocks from multiple angles, multiple layers of blocks. Also considering putting in like a loot chute, just like a hatch at the bottom of this pit, where I can just like open it and have all the loot bags that the zombies drop sort of fall through and store them underneath. Since I'm pretty sure the bags that they drop never actually despawn, so I can just pick those up at my convenience. Yeah, it's probably unnecessary, but you know, I haven't really played around too much with the wiring and such in this. There's a bit of fun stuff you can do with cameras and such. I do wish there was more just like automating and engineering, like Minecraft or Factorio, where I can just like have machines do things for me. No zombies come to interrupt me so far, which is nice. Well, one of the nice things, since I'm building right next to the trader, I'm pretty sure that zombies are incapable of spawning within the trader zone. So when the Horde Night comes around, they should like spawn like on the sides and then just sort of run up to the pit. It's gonna have a similar setup where there's like a little ramp they walk across to get to me. They just sort of fall down into the pit. But there shouldn't be anything around here that they can get caught on. So I was having a lot of issues with the other base where like I was only getting a fraction of the total number of zombies because they're like getting caught on random stuff. So yeah, I'm interested to see how full the pit is going to get. Now if I have to make it bigger just to hold all of them. Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, they would be spawning, like, behind my base normally. Like, if the trader wasn't there, like, they'd be, like, spawning back here and just running into the ramps. Like this. And not, like, they might not, like, path all the way around. So, This way, with the trader there, they'll only like spawn out in that direction, and they should have a pretty straight shot to the little ramps leading inside. Of course, I'm still unsure if their pathing will work as intended, just because like where I'm going to be throwing bombs down from is actually going to be a couple layers higher than that. But I'll try and make it as easy for them to pathfind to me as possible. Been watching a fair number of videos of the various base designs people have come up with in this game. A lot of them end up looking like tower defense. Like, basically, since the zombies try and attack you from the same altitude, like, just like make a ramp up and just have a platform spiral around in circles around your base, and they'll just walk the whole way around. Because for them, that's the easiest path. Yeah, during Horde nights at least. Most of the rest of the time you just spend around just looting stuff. And there are a number of ways that you can build a base to just prevent zombies from spawning at all during a Horde night. For example, if you dug super far down, I believe the max distance that a zombie can spawn at is like 75 meters. So, if you go all the way down to bedrock level, you shouldn't see any during a Horde night. Or if you just like make a super high sky base. And they also can't spawn in water, so if you did go in like the middle of a lake, build a base there, you shouldn't have any zombie problems at all. But that would be less fun, and we wouldn't be able to extract XP from them. You know, I thought about that. Oh, hey, doggy. And another zombie. Yeah, I've been thinking about, like, just doing art projects. Kind of like I would in Minecraft. There aren't as many, like, painting options in this as I would like. But, you know, you can make some pretty cool stuff if you want to. It's a little awkward, since the, like, base terrain can never match up perfectly with the blocks that you place down. So you have to use, like, little flat plates so you can walk smoothly across them. Might be a little bit high up, but maybe I'll dig those one spot deeper. Yeah, I guess I'll go one deeper. That way it all funnels down properly. And this will just make a block for the time being. So glad I have super jump for this. Make a little line of blocks around. Eventually these ramps will all be lined with 3-layered deep blocks. Just in case the demolishers manage to break through a couple layers. Come on, there we go. Now that should be enough for that at the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in these gaps. So this is going to all be filled in. And I'll have a little walkway left down here. So more or less just be a little maintenance shaft. Considering making like an even deeper area that leads out to garage. But it's less essential at the moment. Generally, instead of using garages, I prefer to just you know, pick up my vehicles and store them in a chest. Except for the gyrocopter, that one can stay out. So just help support the crafting area, which will be in the center on the bottom floor. Just, crafting area is just going to be surrounded by a wall. Then I'll have a nice little walkway around the entire outskirt. Let me think. Including the downward slopes should end up being about, well, excluding the dome that I might build over the very top, it should be about 16 blocks or so tall. Including the dome, it'll be like, what, 46? But, you know. Since the top's going to house trees, and I found that you can actually attach blocks to the trees and build over them, and they'll still grow. So the dome would completely encapsulate like a few trees at the top of the base, so I never actually have to leave. Yeah. Hopefully I can fit a proper treehouse in there. Like a little wood catwalk and what have you. So this will be the base floor. We'll just make this solid for right now. So this is all going to be a solid wall. Have a door. Let's see, it's 3 over. Alright, so walkway's going to be right here. Do another one on the opposite side. There, drop. Don't bother with that. Generally not worth the time. Okay. And this is going to be the start of the next floor. Okay. And this all be aesthetic space. Let's see. Yeah, I'll definitely fiddle with the staircase later, so it goes all the way to the top. But yeah, idea for here, I guess we'll this into corner blocks. Actually didn't map out the upper floors as well as I probably should have. It should go fine. And And if you didn't know, every block type has its own like support strength. So some blocks can hold a lot of weight, others can't, and you can build horizontally a lot better with some blocks than others. So if I built this badly, the center might collapse on this. Oh wait, this is actually supposed to be 3 tall. That's my bad. Go and cut this area off. Yeah, you don't usually see very good physics in voxel-based games. It's pretty cool to watch stuff collapse in this. It's the way the blocks break apart. Hey, zombie. Might actually have to make another run to get blocks. Actually running low. Let's say I've wasted a few in the building process. Take this layer out real quick. And some of this is starting to dry. The way concrete works is once you set it down, it's wet, and then after a while it dries, becomes hard, its HP increases. Then you can reapply concrete to it to max out its total HP, and then from there you can convert it into steel. There's various different building materials, but they're all upgradable. Most upgrade to steel. There are a few that only upgrade to iron. It's a little bit weaker, but with the way concrete dries, kind of makes it so you can't just instantly upgrade everything. Okay. Next level. So on this level, it's actually going to have a lip that extends out over the pit, which I might have to reinforce the base of this so it doesn't collapse. Not exactly sure what the horizontal support is. 120. I'm pretty sure the 120 horizontal support means that I can go 12 blocks out from full support. Or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope. Okay, that's as far as I can go. So we're just gonna do that for the rest of this. I believe so, yeah. Oh, no, no. Put a bit too much weight on it. Unfortunate. It's a little unclear how much it's able to support at any given moment. There's no like visual or audio indicator if it's about to collapse or not. Oh, I got the whole side there. Oh. So I might want to add another pillar or reinforce the sides somehow, just so it can be guaranteed to hold a bit more weight. Let's see, that's what, 1, 2, 3. Nothing, 3 out on each side. Just for a little extra support. Since that whole area I was adding, I guess all the weight was being put onto this one pillar. That's why it wasn't going out as far as it normally would. I think I'll fill these walls all in with like bulletproof glass or something. And that should be enough when I finish it up. Got as far as it allows me to. Nope. Alright. That's as far as that'll go. Actually, I think I'll go ahead and grab some bulletproof glass just to help support that. And the next one should just fall down, if I understand correctly. Right? No? Alright. It's already stronger where it can go out a block further. Alright, so from here we'll just fill this in. Oh, yeah, that one's not supported well enough in the center. Basically, gonna have a little walkway on the underside of this platform, which will allow me to throw the dynamite down without the zombies seeing me. Looks like I need to improve the support on this thing a little bit. Let's see. I'm gonna use one of these so I can go out further. Alright, so that should work. And I am basically out of concrete building blocks. I don't have an alternative on hand, I don't think. No. I have to fly back. Grab a few more. Yeah, it's shaping up pretty alright. Ended up wasting a lot more building blocks than I expected. I'm excited to see how it'll look with the dome over it. It's gonna be like 2/3 dome. Yeah, it looks like they're planning to make updates to this where you can make little improvements to your vehicle, which will be nice. Yeah, sort of a cathedral, maybe. Yeah, I was quite surprised when I first started playing this, just how large the travel times were between structures. Like, you can kind of see from here, just like little spurts of houses. Like, actually walking those distances is absolutely ridiculous. It's a lot better with a vehicle, but Even then. Takes like half a day to get from one end of the map to the other. Gyro dance. And jump. Okay. Fill that all in. No. Still overweight on parts. What? Oh, thought I had more concrete on me. Nope. Oh. Maybe I can come back and try that again when it dries. But for now, we'll just fill in the floor. And upgrading blocks is actually a pretty decent way to get XP. Granted, it does require a fair bit of materials to upgrade your blocks like this. But you don't have to kill zombies to do it, which is nice. You just throw down a bunch of rebar blocks. Yeah. The amount of EXP you get increases for what material you're upgrading from. Oh, concrete. Might have to make another run for concrete. Yeah. See if the trader's got any. Yeah. So normally the trader's just standing behind the desk. But for some reason mine is bugged. I just like while traveling, and for some reason he's like a few feet underground, so I can just barely talk to the top of his head. Just like going in and out of areas for some reason made him that way permanently. Upgrade this. And I might change the exterior, but for now, gonna use these as the outer wall. Essentially, these catwalk blocks are among the few that you can see through, but zombies can't. So, put these down. And I don't have to worry about spitters or whatever seeing through them. The 3 corner blocks I'll leave open though. And I'll be putting turrets there. Oh, I didn't build this. Oh, well, crap. I guess I'll have to tear down that wall. Oh. Just more crap to build. That's fine. Unfortunately, it's bulletproof glass, which is a little bit harder to break down. But yeah, it could be worse. Yep, I don't need that. Whoops. Huh. Looks like that affected the support a little bit on that edge for some reason. Looks like that's reached the final concrete stage. Alright, so as far as exits go, I think I can make 2 pathways. One here and one here. Whoop, and there goes the next set. Yeah. The stability is weird. I don't really understand it. Water is especially weird in this. It's like never consistent in the way it spreads. And like every water block you put down, like, can create like multiple source blocks. I don't know. Huh. Now it's not letting me do that at all. Oh, I guess I'll upgrade this. See if that helps at all. Yeah, I'll get to that one. Or rather, add another layer here. Odds are I'll probably end up collapsing more of that upper layer if I remove this. Yeah, so I'm thinking I'll take out these corner blocks and the ones above and below them. That way I don't have to take out bulletproof glass. Just have it collapse. And it should collapse now. Actually, it might still be connected to the staircase. I might have to knock out some staircase. Because even though it doesn't look it, it's connected to this. And here we go. Fortunately, they don't leave a pile when they break. Less cleanup. Oh, I never actually refilled it. Silly me. Yeah, more concrete and building materials. Didn't have quite enough with all the collapses. Almost there. probably call it once I can get that platform up and not collapsing on itself. Let's see. Level up. Well, not enough support to build out there. So leveling up, you can go to your skills, and there are 5 basic skill trees. Like you can level up any skill from any tree without putting any points into that tree. But to get the later ones, you have to level up the base attribute. For this one's perception. And basically all of them have a couple of weapons. Increases their damage, increases how much headshots do and that sort of thing. And then they all have I guess like crafting and defensive skills underneath them. Various survival things. And in addition to that, you pick up books as you play, and those give you extra little bonuses. You get all the Fireman Almanacs. You can increase your resistance to the elements. You can increase your resistance to fire and such. They'll give you different things. You can get new items you can craft through this. Yeah. Perceptions, your explosives and your rifles. Strengths, your shotguns and hammers and melee. Fortitudes, machine guns, melee, with hand-to-hand melee specifically. Agilities, archery, and handguns, and certain blades. And intelligence, that's for your what's it called? Stun baton. And for the auto turrets you could put down. The junk turrets. Generally, as you level, you can take a bunch of like level 1 skills, but you'll want to pick 1 or 2 like main attributes to build into. Just because it takes a while to earn EXP in this. Like you can change the settings so you gain EXP faster or slower. But I just did the defaults when I started playing. Let's see if I can upgrade this. Nope. Still not quite strong enough for me to build all the way out. Unfortunate. Let's see if that's any better. Nope, no better. Alright. Well, I'll have to fiddle with that. Work out a support structure. The underside of that. I'll mess with it later. But yeah, this is the basic foundation. The lip up there, in addition to being an overhang for this, is also going to be the landing pad for the gyrocopter. Also need the ramps that will lead into those little doorways that got plotted out. Figure that's enough of a start for today. work on this next stream or a different game. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for coming out, Chris. It's good having someone to talk to during this. And to everyone else watching, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.